down.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defense in front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Third and short yardage, Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 21. A first down for Minnesota. Cousins finding Thielen. Cook up the gut. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Cousins. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Seahawks are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. That right there is the inauspicious start that they were hoping to avoid, a turnover on the first possession.
I love how you use those college-bound words like that, inauspicious. Well done. I really appreciate that. But here's the thing for me. I'm just wondering if their game plan is incorrect. You know, I think they felt like they could come in and throw it around pretty well. That interception early, they may rethink how they go about attacking.
Yeah, he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. On 2nd and 9, Smith. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Walker now on 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. On 2nd and 7, Smith. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. And Danielle Hunter, he's the one who gets in there and brings him down to the ground.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach on the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
Defensively, Poona Ford with a tackle there. We're scoreless after 1. The Vikings with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Here's Cousins. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Seahawks will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
And that's good for a Seahawks.
They'll run on first down with Dallas. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. From Viking territory now, they'll come up first and 10, right at the 40. Once again, it's Dallas. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Smith going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Touchdown, Seahawks. DK Metcalf, 41 yards. And the Seahawks post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 7-0. The touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it, but whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Throwing again on second down. Cousins. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Working out of the gun, Cousins. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Cousins in step with Jefferson that time. First down, Vikings. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
A first down throw for Cousins. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. Again, it's Walker. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Ken Walker, an 18-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. On 1st and 10, Cousins. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hockenson. And they're going to get this up to midfield. Cousins now from the 50. On the move past the 40. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Barreling in for the sack, Shelby Harris. Throwing on 2nd and long. Cousins. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Seahawks are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, and instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, no kneeling for them. They decided they weren't going to run out the clock. They decided to take their shot downfield, hoping to either make a connection or a pass interference call. They wanted more points to put on the board.
79 Broncos.
Second and 10, Smith again. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. He's got his big tight end, Fant. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this returnable for Rager. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
And now here's another interception. Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Seahawks will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. Fields this way up at the 17. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Third quarter begins with a run by Walker. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Sticking with Walker on second down. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Throwing now is Geno. He's got his tight end fan, and they're going to get this up to midfield.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
By the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now Geno. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 26. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Up the middle, here's Walker. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Geno now to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers. Right hash mark of 42-yard attempt. Myers' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get Keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On 3rd down, Cousins. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From the gun, it's again to Cook. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Cousins to throw it. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there, 4th and 3. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. Open man is Osborne. He's got him. And he is going to pick up the Vikings first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And that's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Back to the ground, Cook. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. And my goodness, another interception. Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Seahawks are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Running right, here's Walker. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 47 yards rushing for him now in the ballgame. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. And Walker once more. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. They nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Trying the left side with Walker. And he'll get it inside the 35. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Throwing now, Smith. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Here's Walker. And he is going to lose yardage here. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Back to throw, Smith. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Noah Fant, an 11-yard touchdown, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point up and through by Myers, and the lead is now 24. After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
To throw again on 2nd down. Cousins. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Throwing is Cousins. His hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll throw again. Cousins.
He's going to get this one down to Cook.
And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided.
4th down, field goal try coming, so Cousins is off, and on comes Greg Joseph from Minnesota.
And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. And the kick is good, so they avoid the shutout, but still a tough one to swallow here. They only post 3 points, and this game is over.
So the victory here for Seattle.
And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you can just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today. So you saw them deflate with every series, didn't you? Every time they ran onto the field, it was slower and slower to get to the football because they just felt like if we go out there, we're just going to turn it over anyway. So it was really, really a stellar performance.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Arizona Cardinals and the Los Angeles Rams. And we are underway from SoFi Stadium. A fairly short kick from the 14. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Right to the air. Here's Stafford. That's into the hands of Akers, complete.
A good gain on first. Has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Stafford.
Akers, back-to-back catches.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
A gain of 3 yards. Good.
Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all.
The tackle by Saban Collins. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the 40-yard
To throw on second down is Stafford. Got a man open. It's Tyler Higbee.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Stafford going to give this to Akers.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
On second and a couple. Stafford under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
Jay Sanders brought down back at the 38-yard line.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into it because they were there to help break that pass up.
Now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They snap it to Stafford.
This is taken in by the tight end, Bryson Hopkins. And he is going to have the Rams first down as the defense nowhere to be found there. A gain of 20 on 4th down.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Throwing on second down, Stafford. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
And able to find Higbee. It's complete.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal.
Complete to Tyler Higbee.
Akers is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Throwing is Stafford. And he is going to lose yardage here. And back at the 8 now. 3rd and goal.
A 5-yard loss.
Here's Stafford. And he's got it. That's caught for a Ram touchdown. 8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Rams will jump on top of the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by Gain is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Cardinals make over a 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
And the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll fake it to Connor. Now Murray. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot, forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so they can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. To throw on 2nd and 10. Murray. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. On play action, it's Murray. And complete to Zach Ertz. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want their body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
But now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
And their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Play fake. Murray. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And they'll get this down to the 10. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Rams 7, Cardinals nothing.
1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Murray to air it out again. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
We don't see him miss too often. The ball could have slipped a little bit coming off his hand, and that's all it would take to send it high and out of bounds without a play.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. 2nd down and goal. Murray. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And the Rams are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning to points for the other side.
On 1st down, they'll start out with Akers. Taken down at the 42.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll give this to Akers running right. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Now on 2nd and 13. Stafford. And he's
he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
So now Stafford and the Rams, after the sack, well, they're staring up at a 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Buda Baker with a pick. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. Now Matt Prater for the point after. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it...
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick.
And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
Meanwhile, Murray's throw here complete into the hands of Ertz. And the Cardinals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Murray now to throw. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late. They're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. Connor is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was, and when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
Matt Prater to kick off for Arizona.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
On Stafford for the 3rd time is intercepted. Picked off by Marco Wilson. 3 first-half interceptions now, and Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the first half. Now, maybe it's not all on him, But still, 3 interceptions, that puts the entire team in jeopardy. So the play caller from here on out got to design some throws for him that he can complete, keep it away from the defense, and try and get him back on track.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Murray now. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter. 14-7. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. From the gun, Murray. And that will be incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
Prater's kick is good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And in fact, we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back. Get them.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Cardinals are going to take possession of the football. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before. And right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Cardinals. Hollywood, Marquise Brown, 48 yards. And the Cardinals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
At their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
On 1st down, it's Stafford. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
And he comes back with one complete. He'll get it inside the 20. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout.
And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Stafford looks to throw again. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw is Stafford. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
They love to try to take advantage of his height, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them try to run it back and try it again, maybe with a little less mustard on the throw.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
And Gay knocks this one through, and that will cut the lead down to 13. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Cardinals take over a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
now they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
They'll send Brown in motion right. Play action. Now it's Murray. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Throwing now is Murray. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Oh, it's time to give more credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Now Murray off play action. Finding Ertz again. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Second and 2. Murray again. This is Connor.
Down right around the 25. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on second and 2. It's now third and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Come on.
In motion left comes Brown.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray. This is Ertz on the pitch and catch. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
They'll run here with Connor, and they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. The all-everything defensive tackle, Aaron Donald, the one who made the play there. On second and goal, Murray. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal? In motion right is Brown. Flag comes in. This might be a free play.
Finding Ertz here on the out route.
And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now, there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Cliff Kingsbury going to decide here to leave the offense out and go for 2.
It appears they're going to throw for it with Murray. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further.
Rams 10. Matt Prater to kick off for Arizona.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. On first and 10, Stafford.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. they've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball. I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he's fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
And now here's another interception.
And the Cards are going to take possession of the football. Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard. But also, you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
After the turnover, here's Murray. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a 1st and goal, trying to stop them. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back real quick. They can win here if they force a field goal try. Still a long ways away from that happening, but that has to be what they're thinking right now.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
And that is caught by Brown for a Cardinal touchdown. Marquise Brown with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Cardinals will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Extra point good by Prater, and that'll increase their lead to 28. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
Fields this way up at the 17. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this would...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Cardinals...
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to South Florida at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the New Orleans Saints and the Miami Dolphins. Here's Will Lutz ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium. Wishing he had a mulligan. That's not how you want to start the game.
Not at all, because not only do you give up the penalty and good field position, but it just kills the momentum of your team as you start a game.
Set, ready. Strike 60. Clean striking. Left, middle.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. So a tough early challenge here, 2nd and long after the sack.
Shot, 17. Blaster, 6.
Another try after the first down sack. Tua. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, CD, these two teams barely off the buses, and this defense already has a sack and now the interception and the pick 6 to take the lead.
Partner, you have to think that this was part of their game plan coming in, because they wanted to embrace an aggressive mindset and attack on defense. They were trying to force that quick miscue, and I would say that their plan worked to perfection.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Back to it after the pick 6. Bridgewater. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He's got a man, complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. That's a great response. You give up the first score of the game, but you go right down yourselves and get the equalizer.
I just had a flashback there. I remember playing in a game like that in college where one of my teammates had said in the media that week, the opposite team would be lucky to cross our goal line. They crossed it in the first minute of the game. On our first offensive play, we scored to answer back. Something similar to what we just saw there.
Very similar to what we just saw. And he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. From the 29, Dalton. Now there's the former Dolphin, Jarvis Landry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. So Dalton now. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field. It took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
Third down, a shot here for Dalton. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They'll try on 4th. Here's Dalton. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Tua. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Now Tua. Got a man, complete to Cedric Wilson. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They'll try and pick it up on the ground with Wilson. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Meanwhile, Tua's throw here taken in by Gesicki. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Wilson's got it on the crossing route. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. Going right back to Wilson. And the Dolphins are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6.
At the end of the first quarter, with the score 6-7, Dolphins 6.
Here we go. Here we go.
Mostert is going backwards here, all the way back to the 5-yard line. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. One more time with Mostert. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Raheem Mostert, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. This time, the extra point up and go. And that'll make this a 6-point game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. A break there for this offense as they will get a chance to start at the 40-yard line. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come on 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Dalton. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Dalton. Quick completion here to Johnson. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 22-yard line. Dalton now to pass. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
After the turnover, it's Tua. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki.
Here we go. 52 plus.
Play action. Now it's Tua. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Tua going to throw. And going deep for Hill. It's caught at the 10. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Only the 2 catches for him thus far, CD, but both of them have resulted in touchdowns.
And I think he's on the bench right now, Brandon, smiling at his position coach and telling him, all those times you talked us about efficiency, I'm living it right now.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Well, turnabout is fair play, I guess. They had a pick-6 against them earlier, and now this defense, Charles, they get a pick-6 of their own.
And for a moment, let's just set aside how it impacts the scoreboard, because how about the response? One defense gets the pick-6, the other comes back and matches it. These are 2 defenses that are planning on winning the game for their teams themselves.
Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
Looking to throw again on second down. Dalton completing it to the right side. Johnson. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Fourth down, Dalton wants to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot